Well, hello everybody. Hey, you guys ready for another Incarnate live stream today? Hey, we're going to be showcasing the new Fantasy Regional HD stamps. That's going to be the Babylon pack. Super exciting. Yeah, we haven't abandoned Fantasy Regional at all. So super exciting stuff. It's Babylon. And what I went ahead and did is I went ahead and created a background first that you can clone and edit to work on. Hello, King Clown. Just go ahead and check the link in the description, or in the chat. Sorry, the link in the chat. Click that, clone, edit, and you should be able to follow along in the stream. The general idea today is that I've made a kind of a mesa in a desert setting. And there's a force field, a magical field that is surrounding the top of the mesa, and that is where we're going to put a town or city, not really a city, but a town or some kind of settlement at the top, and we're going to be doing that with the new Babylon pack, which is super exciting. We're going to go right into that catalog, and I'm going to show you all these beautiful stamps that we have. And so I went ahead and just only did Babylonian pack, and you'll see this beautiful, beautiful art. You've got trees, lots of shrubbery, some nice garden pieces here, of course, fountains, just beautiful stuff. And of course, the long anticipated staircases. I know everybody just wants staircases. You better believe I did. So beautiful staircases. And then there's also some modular little pieces right here that you can put together, as well as towers, archways, some standard buildings, some houses, some statues, wonderful statues, and some really large pieces like a stronghold, a temple, another temple, and then some nice tower pieces. Or these are also temples here. Temple. This technically should be a tower. Yeah, so that's about all the stuff for there. But we also have, but wait, there's more. We also have some textures as well. So let's just go in that real quick, and I'll pick that out. Babylonian textures. So you have some decorated tiles, some desert, nice desert ones, some sand desert here, some garden textures if you don't want to use the garden stamps, but you can also put the two together. And there's even more here. So some nice textures and some nice stamps for the Babylonian pack. Totally awesome. I know people have been just clamoring for new art for Fantasy Regional HD. And of course, people have been clamoring for stairs and for all kinds of fun stuff. So super exciting to finally have this. And of course the stairs, that's the thing that I've been just itching for. I know a lot of people have. And again, people have been clamoring for historical kind of packs. There's Roman, Greek, and of course this Babylonian one. So hopefully we can address more historical kind of packs in the future. Super exciting stuff. Real quick announcements. Make sure to follow us on YouTube, Twitch, and Discord. We've got a lot going on, and there's a lot of cool art that we're working on, so I'm super excited about that. All right, let's not waste any time. Let's just jump right in. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of create a little city here. And first off, I want to kind of tell how I want this force field to be active. Like, how is this force field working? How is it protecting people? So there's a nice kind of tower piece right here. I like this. This is a nice size. I'm just going to put it right on top, right here like this. So, and then I can put like maybe a crystal from a different style on top of there, or make the tower a little bit taller. But this tower is basically going to be where a crystal is going to be on top. It's going to be the energy source. And I want to maybe just decorate some more as well. There's another tower piece right here that might fit nicely right there, I think. So you got some nice pieces here. And of course, these are like some important sections. Let's go ahead and see what else. So we got our towers here, and I'll put a crystal on top later. Well, actually, there's one right here. That's perfect. I think I'll just put that right on top. It's basically where the energy source is coming from. So I'm just going to scale it down and just put it right on top of it, up a layer. There we go. So you got nice crystal here, and we might want to do some more stuff to that later. Next, we also want to add in some other elements to it, like maybe like a castle or a stronghold. Maybe one that's like leaning up against the rock face. So like right up against here. This is a nice spot. You can put that just right up against the rock. And so you have this nice stronghold here, and we can put in like a temple and some houses. This doesn't have to be a large city. Maybe it's just a small a settlement, but maybe it's super important, like maybe there's a mage's guild here that's important or something like that. So we'll just keep going. We could also line walls around the edge, though I don't think we really need walls, but I'll show you the walls anyway. Because there's a nice force field here, right? That's the barrier. But I do want to show what some of the walls look like. So I'll go ahead and place just a couple so you can get a feel for it. Let's see here. There should be some walls right here. Oh, if there wasn't a force field here, I would just absolutely just ring the whole thing with walls. But these are nice wall pieces. You kind of piece them together like this. And so you can have this nice wall that would technically go all the way around it. I don't want to do that. Again, the barrier. Also, I don't want to hide any stamps behind the wall. So that's why I'm not going to add it. But you could totally add in a wall. Instead, what I'm going to do is probably put in some important POIs, important sections, like we already have that. So how did I make the force field, King? I made the force field using a rug and a different blend mode. That's it. It's as simple as it is. You can go ahead and clone and edit the map and see what blend mode I used. Let me check here. I think if I go into BG here, let's see here, where is it? There should be a big oval rug, and it looks like it's set to, oh, it doesn't show. That must be some kind of bug or something. Well, anyway, I just changed the blend mode. That's all that I really did. You can scroll through the different blend modes and see which one works best. This rug is blown out way beyond 500%, so it's like 700% or something like that. But I also put it in the background so that way the rug doesn't actually affect any of the stamps. Okay, let's go ahead and add in maybe like a quick temple, and then we can start putting in little tiny buildings and stuff. So let's put in the first one. Maybe we can put in a marketplace. Ooh, that is huge at 500%. I'm putting everything at just 100%. So you could put a marketplace just right here. That would be nice. And then we want to maybe put in some just regular houses. There's also like a temple set up here. There's some nice ones. There's this one and there's this one. I like them both. Don't really have a preference on which one is better. This one is super huge, so maybe it might not work there. Let's try a different one. Maybe there's a smaller one. One second. Ooh, that is huge. Okay, those temples are all massive, so I'm not going to use those. I don't want to go beyond the 100%, so I'm not going to worry about that. Instead, I'm just going to go in and just add in some more pieces. I like this one. This is kind of nice. You could put it in front. Maybe it's like some kind of barbican or something, or you can put it up against the side over here. Like that there looks good to me. And then you can place a whole bunch of just like these kind of modular pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and just put together, let's see here. There's like all these little pieces right here. Let's put one here. I'm going to line them all along the ledge. And they're set to random, and that's okay. I'm just going to place them where they fit, set to random. And I don't want to place this exact same one twice because I don't want to make it too repetitive. This one looks good. Let's leave an opening space right here for maybe like a courtyard. So instead, I'll just put this here. It'll be a path, and over here will be a courtyard. And let's just scroll through and put in some other pieces. I want to showcase as much as I can. So let's maybe add in one of these ones right here, or let me take a look at the various options here. This one might look okay. And just put that right over there. And then we can put in another one just right over here. And if we want, we can continue to put in some fountains and gardens. So let's put in maybe one garden in here like that. So you have a nice little garden space there. And then we also want to add in a fountain. So there's some nice big fountains here. Let's just put this nice big one right in the center right here. And then we can probably put in some smaller structures like this small one right here, and even put in another one that's the same, maybe facing a different direction. I think there should be two. Oh, that might work right there. As long as there's space for people to walk to get to this courtyard right here. Let me just zoom out and take a look. Yeah, this looks good so far. And we might want to consider maybe adding some roads. So the way I would go about that is we'll go into texture. And I saw there's some decorated tiles here. Absolutely, we should use this tile here. And there are different ways to go about this. We could go right into showing the grid like this. And I'm going to put it below so that I can kind of see where it is. And then I can just use the grid option with the texture, and that way there are just certain parts. So maybe I just want to put all of this texture right here like this, and then maybe I want to center that piece like that, and maybe I want to put some more tile surrounding this one. So you have some nice tile here and right here, and if you want, you could even make that the road, so you could say that this is a road kind of leading over if you wanted to. You don't have to do that. I'm going to do it just for fun. Maybe even kind of line this thing. There we go. All right, some nice texture there. And then we might want to consider adding in maybe some garden sections. So we might want to take one of these and just maybe pick a couple spots to put the garden. So one there. That one doesn't look so good. Let's go with pure green instead. So we'll add in a green one there. Maybe add a garden there. One there. Here. And maybe one right here. I think that should be okay. We can even add a couple more right here. So some nice green spots. Not the best, but I really just want to showcase to you all of the various textures and stamps. Let's take a look. That looks fine. And now I want to also take that green space and maybe put some trees there. So I have these nice trees, and what I might consider doing is just placing them right in the center of each one of these. So nice long trees. Oopsie, let's set to random. I don't want the exact same tree, so I kind of goofed up there. So let me just take those out, and now it's set to random. I'm going to place that in the center, place this one, just keep going on all of this. Okay, and then there's also some potted plants, I think, as well. So let me quickly grab that. These nice potted plants will work just fine on the tile. You can line some buildings with it. Let me see if I can find kind of the smallest one. This one's small, that's good. Let's go with that. I'm not going to set to random. And you can just place them like on either side of a doorway, up in a corner right against here, this corner here. There's a lot of different options on how you want to go about it. Sometimes you maybe want to line a road or a tile section with some trees, so just place them down like that. It's up to you. Let's go ahead and place some more here in this corner. Kind of rando, but it works. That's super green, super green. Okay, let's go. Let's see here. And we could just increase the tile for pretty much the entire floor, I think. So let's just put the remaining tile on here. And that mace has got a clipping mask on it. Okay, I'm just going to put tile pretty much over the entire thing. We don't need to worry about putting it bottom part. So let's go ahead and add in tile. So the whole thing's kind of covered in tile. There we go, nice. And we'll put in some tile over here. I don't want to accidentally hit the, I don't want to accidentally get rid of my green spot. So now the whole thing should be covered in tile. So you have all that tile there, and it's also HSBC friendly. So if you want, you can just go right over to filters and just change it to a different color if you feel like that color doesn't work for you. Let's say you want maybe a little bit more of a yellow, you can do that. You can boost the saturation, which is a nice trick, by the way. If you want to see the color more vibrantly, boost the saturation and change the hue. So that way you can kind of get a better kind of preview of the color that you want out of it, and then just drop the saturation back to 100. Just gonna go ahead and check chat. All right. 129 changes. Let's save. Now, I absolutely love this path. It's so much fun. The art is just so freaking beautiful. Look at this, just incredible towers. Into the architecture, the time that the artist must have made, the research to kind of go over Babylonian image references and to try to mimic that. It's just amazing. It's just so beautiful. Our artists do such a great job. It's just so fantastic. Now, obviously, when you're making your own Babylonian thing, you might want it to be a little bit larger. But that's just generally how I start out with, make your background first, figure out where you want your settlement to be, and then put down the most important POIs, like the tower, for instance, with the crystal, the larger POIs like that stronghold, the market, and that temple. And then from there, you can add in smaller structures, put in your textures, add in your details like gardens, fountains, bushes. And of course, there are other stamps that you can add as well. There's also crates and barrels, and you can place crates and barrels. There's some wagons. Those work great for details. So you can just add all of those onto there. And also just to let people know that this video will be uploaded to YouTube probably tomorrow or Thursday, because obviously this stream is a little late because I had some computer problems, unfortunately. So that's been resolved. And for just, tomorrow's stream will be on Twitch. It's going to be an editor Q&A. So go ahead and draft up whatever questions that you might have concerning the editor. Please leave any questions concerning your account info, data like that, private data. Save that for our intercom, for our internal support. Only draft questions for the editor. Okay, so things like, how do I use HSBC? How do I make this work? Whatever, things like that. So those questions are going to be for editor Q&A. That's tomorrow, 10 a.m. PST. I'll make sure to put those announcements as well on all of our socials to remind you all when that time comes. But hey, that's it. I kept it nice and short, 30 minutes. Thank you so much for joining. Really looking forward to the next one. So super excited about that. So thank you everyone for coming. Please have a freaking wonderful day, and please stay safe and healthy. I will talk all with you later. Take it easy, everyone. Love you all. Merry map making. Okay.